Hey everybody, what's good? I want to make a quick video and talk to you about about practicing. And here's a practice technique that I want to give you that I think will be pretty helpful. So check this out. A lot of us, when we start playing the electric bass, we learn a technique called 1 finger per fret. Now, I'm going to save some of my commentary about this technique, but I think first I want you to realize that it is borrowed from guitar, so so that's something to keep in mind, that the highest part on a electric bass guitar is the lowest part on a electric guitar. Did I say that right? The highest part on electric bass is the lowest part on a guitar. So anyway, just be mindful of the lower position so you don't wind up with injury. But here's the thing, okay? One thing is that a lot of times when we're taught this is the mistake I made. I'm not going to talk about nobody else. I'll tell you what mistakes that I made. When I saw something like this, I was just like, oh, I just want to do this fast, right? So the mistake is that we look for, I tried to go too fast right out of the gate with that. Second of all, is I sometimes make the mistake of trying to find music in that. While there are situations where you will play chromatic lines and things like that, this is a technical drill. So let me show you some ways you can look at this to make it an efficient technical drill for you. So check this out. First thing I want to introduce you to is a metronome app called Tempo Advanced. There is a regular tempo app, but there's one that's called Advanced. It costs maybe a little bit of money, I'm not sure, a couple bucks, something like that. So first thing I want you to notice why I use the Advanced is because I can set, turn the volume up. Now this is set at 60 BPMs, but it's clicking 16th notes, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is I have a timer set here for, right now it's set for, it's been going for 5 minutes, okay? So when that timer runs out, 5 minutes, I'm done. That's the session, the practice session that I'm going to be working on this one little thing, right? The next aspect of this is that I have it set so that every minute it's going to bump up by 2 beats. So if I start off at 60 BPM, at the end of 5 minutes, I'm going to be at like 70, right? If my math is right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 70, right? 70 BPMs. Now, 60 may seem slow, but here's the thing. Here's kind of a trick to build up speed with something. The speed that I want to be playing at is the speed that I could comfortably do 16th notes, because as bass players, as part players, typically the fastest notes we see are going to be 16th notes. So if at 90 BPMs I can play quarter notes, I can play eighth notes, but I can't play 16th notes, that means I'm going too fast, right? So I hope that made sense. Let me just kind of review that. You want to have your tempo, starting tempo, at a speed where you can comfortably play 16th notes, okay? Obviously you want to push yourself, and that's where the timer and the BPM jumps come in, okay? So let me show you what I mean. Some of you may already know that if I have a 4-note grouping, I can get 24 different variations out of that. This is what I mean, if you don't know. So here's a 1 finger per fret thing or idea, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will have 6 permutations that start from the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 3. I think that's all of them. So anyway, what you might, an idea you might want to do is, let's say you start off one day doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Now watch this. This is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you exactly with the metronome. Put the metronome on at Now, if you're brand new to this, you might want to stay at one area of the neck. More advanced, going up chromatically. Now, right now, I'm not looking for music in this. I'm just doing a technical exercise. And the technical things I want to be looking for, okay, I went up to the 12th fret. I'll stop that. So, I want to have good tone, right? I want to be alternating fingers on my right hand, and I want my whole hand to move as one unit. Now, this is one idea, right? Going up chromatically. I can go back down chromatically, right? Or I can do something like, so there's all sorts of ways to do this. That's, however you decide to do it, that's one way. Here's another way. On 5-string bass, 4-string bass, 2-string bass, don't matter. I'm going to go up, right? I'm ascending. When I get to my top string, the G string, I'm going to shift. And then I'm going to come down, right? But now this is 60 BPM, right? This is doing, that's how fast those, now I can do quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4 a lot faster than that. But if I'm kind of working this up, like the same way I would work up a workout protocol, right? You're not going to walk into the gym and say, oh, I'm about to bench press 450. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to say, let me get this 100 pounds in, right? This 120. Let me do that for a little while and then bump that up, right? So, for instance, this morning I was doing 1, 3, 2, 4, which I cannot do as fast as I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. So, but not so I'm just like doing this, and like, oh, when do I stop? That's why I got the timer, right? So for 5 minutes, this is what I'm focusing on. And I must be better at it from this morning because I can talk and do it at the same time. Whoops. There we go. Right? So, again, the idea is not to see how fast, I can do something, but to see how clean I can get it, right? And to have that timer going, so when if I'm focusing on that one thing for 5 minutes, I'm going to get so much better. I'm going to get so much mileage out of that if I'm focusing on that one thing, right? And then having it bump up just a little bit as the time progresses. Now, let's say the next week, if I'm, however much time I'm spending on these permutations that start with the first finger. Once I know that I can do them at 70 BPMs, then, because I started at 60, right? I want to get all of those permutations that start with 1 at the same speed. I want to be able to do 1, 3, 2, 4 as fast as I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So, but if I end at 70, then why not the next day, the next week, the next day, whatever, 70 is my starting point, right? Right? Now, when you're doing strings like this, you're also working your string crossing as well, right? And also, I'm not looking for music in this. Turn this down. I'm trying to get my fingers working, right? Fingers working, string crossing, finger independence, right? This is not something that you ain't gonna go on a gig and do this, right? It's like I don't know, not really a big sports guy, but it's like if you see a batter, swinging a bat with a donut, on it, they're gonna swing the donut. They're gonna swing with the donut on the bat when they get out to the field. So that's my thing. Came to my mind when I was practicing this morning, and I wanted to share because I see this idea being taught a lot. You can go back to the earliest, Mel Bay books, and some of y'all know those Mel Bay electric bass books. That have exercises in. It's been a long time since I saw a book that did not have some sort of exercise like this in it, right? So anyway, it's often mistaught or not taught at all. Just say, hey, do this. But anyway, I'm rambling. I hope those tips are helpful. If they are, let me know. Leave me a comment below, and I'd love to hear from you. So anyway, that's my thing about that. That's all I have to say about that. All right, peace.